Good morning. Welcome to yoga practice. Welcome to our Wednesday morning yoga. Today's yoga session will be slightly abbreviated. I've got an appointment immediately following this that is very important for the journey to 5 years cancer-free. Yay! So let's begin. Let's get right to it since we've got an abbreviated time today. Let's begin in a comfortable seat. See, I've got a blanket here for underneath my knees. My hips are raised on a block. Good morning. Hi, and we'll just begin by noticing our practice space. Everyone's in their homes. You can take stock of the lighting, the smells, little animals running around. Good morning. And we'll begin with our grounding practice, our usual grounding practice. So taking our fingertips, we'll just tap real gently the center energy line on top of our head. Just 5 or 6 times. And then just using one finger, gently tap on the temples. Let's tap that center line that goes right up the middle of the forehead. And work your way through your whole forehead. Just tap your forehead. Begin tapping on the masseter. You can tap a little harder here on that large muscle. You might actually feel it really tight. And tap down the sides of the neck. Very good. Gently tap on the sternum at the heart center. And then with the arms out to the sides, let your hands hang down, thumbs pointing in. Poke at that soft side of the body there, a few pokes. All right, take your fists, tap down the thighs. Give it a good little tapping. There we go. Very nice. Now just come to a nice seat, lengthen the spine. You can choose to close your eyes or maybe just look forward a couple of feet. And let your eyes go out of focus. And we're going to begin our deep breathing here to stimulate the vagus nerve. So just begin to inhale, maybe to a count of 4, and retain for a count of 2, exhaling for a count of 6, and as you continue a slowed breathing pattern, I'm just going to remind you of the vagus nerve. Remember, it comes from our brain and innervates most of the organs inside our abdomen. It's our healing nerve. Can help to lower the heart rate, lower your pulse. I'm just going to spend another minute here. The more that we do our deep breathing practice and work on activating our vagus nerve, the better our vagal tone will be. And what that'll mean is throughout the day, as you come across events or anything that might seem unpleasant, you will more easily be able to get back into balance after an event like that might occur. Maybe it's driving, maybe it's work. With your normal breath rate, your breath may be somewhere around 15 or 16 breaths a minute. But with our usual pattern, we slow it down to about 8 breaths per minute. And really that's the key to activate the vagus nerve, is just to slow the breath down. And you can release your breath. Let's work through our alternate nostril breathing. So let's start with Vishnu Mudra with our right hand. Fold down the peace fingers. We'll use the thumb and the index finger to close our nostrils. With your left hand, you can use Gyan Mudra, just touching the thumb and index finger. That can set lightly on your left thigh. Let's all inhale for a count of 4. Close the thumb. Exhale for a count of 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger. Open the thumb. Exhale for a count of 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb. Open the finger. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger, open the thumb, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb, open the finger, exhale for 8. Release the hand, release your breath. And just sit quietly for a moment. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and we'll start moving our bodies. And I'll just remind you, today I'll be having a slightly abbreviated practice as I take my next step in all the testing and such. We march towards the 5-year anniversary of being cancer-free. So very exciting. Yoga is a big piece of that. The breathing, woohoo, woohoo, yes, just to get through the chemotherapy, the surgery, the radiation, the stress, the recovery. So I definitely believe in this practice that we're sharing here today. And I really appreciate you being here. Okay, let's begin to move our bodies gently. Drop our chin to the chest. And on an inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale back down to the middle. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale back through the middle. Moving at your own pace here. And coming back to a neutral position. Gently look over the right shoulder, just beginning to elongate those neck muscles on the left side. When you breathe, really imagine the breath coming right in here to those muscles as they lengthen here. And on your next exhale, let's look over the left shoulder. Same thing, take a big inhale and imagine all that clean air coming right into those lengthening muscles on the right side of the neck. Excellent. And then looking forward, let's do some big shoulder rolls and going backwards. All right, let's shoulder roll forward. Nice. Okay, let's reach our arms out to the side, really lengthening our arms, twisting our palms so that our thumbs point backwards. and then twisting the opposite away. Imagine your arm is a pencil and all the movement coming from the shoulder here. And really reach out to the sides. All right, let's make some cactus arms. Bring the right under the left and bring the palms of the hands together or the backs of the hands together. Gently raise your hands to the sky. Elbows come maybe to mouth or nose level. And inhale into that top of the back and between the shoulders. And today on the exhale, let's just kind of lean forward. Just lean forward. And let your arms be kind of like a weight as they'll pull the shoulders. Go ahead and breathe here. A couple of big breaths into the back. And on the next inhale, let's bring it back up. Straighten the arms out in front of you and clasp the hands. And let's rotate our forearm bones here. We're looking to increase the mobility in our forearms. Keep them moving in all their directions. Very good. Reaching back out to the side. Maybe twist the arms a couple more times here. Back to our cactus arms. And let's bring the left under the right this time. Arms rise, you feel that lengthening in the back, allowing your shoulder blades to actually stay on the back. And if you liked it on the other side, let's do that. Let's lean forward, allowing the arms to act like a heavy weight. Couple of breaths here. And on an inhale, using extension of the spine, come back up to a seat. And let's straighten the arms out in front of us again. Clasp the hands and let's rotate those forearm bones on the opposite side. Noting that the sensation might be totally different from side to side. Excellent. Just drop that, maybe rotate your wrist a couple of times. Let's plant our right hand out to the side. Left arm rises. Hip stays connected to the floor. Looking for that long line of energy. Reaching out the hip. Maybe the bicep comes closer to the ear. On an inhale, roll your heart up to the sky. Another breath here. And let's come up. Plant the left hand, right arm rises. Maybe bring the arm closer to the ear. Roll your heart up to the sky. And on an exhale, come up. And let's just continue around. Right hand comes to the floor at the base of the spine. Left hand to the right thigh. And as you inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale and look over the right shoulder for a twist. Take one more big inhale on this side, and on the exhale, let's twist all the way around to the opposite side. Left hand on the floor, at the base of the spine, right hand on the left thigh. Inhaling, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Continue that same breathing pattern. And on your next exhale, come back right. Let's straighten out the legs a minute, maybe just give the knees a little break. Then coming off my block here into our Baddha Konasana or our butterfly. You can hold the toes with the fingers, whatever butterfly you like today. The knees can come up and down, or maybe just let gravity do the work for you. And place your hands on the thighs. Nice. Let's take our feet and move them forward a bit more, maybe another 6 inches or so that you've got a bigger diamond with the legs. And let's inhale and lengthen through the spine. Get as tall as you can. And exhale, fold forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Just fold forward, over, just feel that hip opening here. Really breathing into the hips. Keeping the spine nice and long. On the next exhale, walk yourself back up to a seated position. Let's straighten the left leg out to the side and bring the right foot in. Your yoga area is taken up with that fur, babe. Okay, very nice. We are going to do a nice little stretch for the back side of our left leg here. So let's inhale, arms rise up overhead. And you can clasp your hands up top and point the index finger and the thumb out. On the exhale, just lean to the side. Lean to the side. Heart points up to the sky. Lean to the side. If you like, your lower arm can come down. Maybe put your knee on the floor. If your hands touch your feet, you can grab them. Breathing into that whole right side there. Inhale your way back up. Take a big breath. Nice. Let's switch to the opposite side. Hello, baby. Coming over here now. Okay, this time we're concentrating on the back side of our right leg. Let's inhale, arms up again. If you like, you can clasp the fingers. Exhaling, we lean over. Extending, extending. Continuing to extend. Open. Thank you, honey. You're so sweet. Oh, you have such sweet smelling breath. Oh, nice. Big inhale into the side. And when you're ready, work your way back up. Ooh, there we go. Let's take a wide-legged straddle here. And flex your feet real strong. And see if you can feel the backs of your legs pressing into the floor. And let's just gently walk our hands forward. Maybe it won't be very far. And we'll inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, you might go a little bit further. We don't need to go far on this. Just working through our hips while we're down here on the floor. When you're ready, come back up to a seated position and let's work our way into a tabletop. I'm going to use my blanket underneath my knees for comfort. Highly recommend the same for everybody. All right, and we'll do a few cat-cows here. As you inhale, the tail and the head point up. Your heart comes through the biceps. Exhaling, rounding the belly to the back. Tail and crown point down. At your own breath here. And coming back to a neutral position with the neutral spine. As we inhale, let's go side to side, looking over the right shoulder at the right hip, really making space on the left side of the spine, and then back through the front, over to the left, and back and forth. This feels good. Nice. Now let's walk our hands forward really far, maybe leaving all the way off the mat. And if you have your toes curled under here, it helps. Really point your tailbone up to the sky. Allow the heart to melt down to the mat. You can put the chin or the forehead on the mat. Big shoulder opener here. As you inhale, work your way up to your elbows and bring yourself onto your belly. And then work your way so that your elbows are under the shoulders, palms are on the floor in front of you. Inhale, pull the heart through, Sphinx pose. And on the exhale, we can work our way all the way down. Make a pillow out of your hands, rest your forehead on the floor. All right, let's work towards our locust. Let's reach our hands out in front of us, palms facing each other, pointing the feet out behind you, and then reaching forward and backward with all of your energy. Let's raise our chest and our legs up off of the floor using the back muscles, using the glutes. And on your next exhale, come back down. Maybe wiggle the hips back and forth. Let's do locust pose one more time so you can reach the arms out in front of you like we did last time if you like, or if you want to try it a little bit differently, clasp the hands behind you and roll the shoulders on the back. And as we inhale, we'll roll up, roll our chest up off the mat, lift the legs up off the mat. And on an exhale, lower yourself back down. Make a pillow with your hands. Maybe wiggle the hips back and forth. Okay, now let's do a little bit stronger back bend here. Go ahead and bend both of the knees and bring the feet up and reach back and catch the feet with the hands. Rolling the shoulders onto the back. And as you inhale, kick the hands into the feet. Chest rises. You can lift the legs up off the floor. Nice. And when you're done, come back down to the floor for a rest. Now flip over onto your back, and I'm going to remove my blanket out of the way as we get ready for a shoulder stand. We can put the soles of the feet on the floor, hands down by the hips, and roll the knees into the chest and catch the low back with the hands. Keeping all the weight on the shoulders and the upper arms, not in the neck. You can do different leg positions here. The whole thing is just getting inverted. If you like the plow pose, you can bring the feet down over the head. And if the toes touch the floor, you can clasp the hands, press the hands into the floor. And when you're done, you can roll all the way down, kind of lying on the back. Place the bottom of the feet on the floor. Lift the hips and move them to the left, just a couple inches. And let's let our knees fall to the right. Look over the left shoulder for a supine twist. What you doing there? What you doing, Carly? Let's go ahead and hug the knees back in. And place the bottom of the feet on the floor. Lift the hips over to the right a couple inches. Hug the knees in again and let them fall to the left. And look over the right shoulder. Messy little Marvin. And hug your knees back into your chest. Fix your hips, make yourself straight, and then hug your knees back in to your chest. Reach your arms in between your legs, grab the big toes, happy baby. Press your sacrum and your shoulders into the floor. Maybe rock back and forth. One more good hug on the knees. And stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out by your side. A brief momentary Shavasana to allow the body to assimilate all we've just done without even leaving the floor today. Gently reach your arms up overhead and stretch your right side and your left side. And then roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And pressing the left hand into the ground, strongly push yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Hands come to your heart center. Bow your head to yourself. Thank you for coming to practice today. It's excellent. And the last breath for yourself. Big inhale. Exhale out the mouth, releasing. Oh, thank you so much for coming to practice today. It's been great practicing with you all year almost. This is great. And I will catch up with you next week on Wednesday. Have a lovely week. All right, puppy. You did good today. Dirty little munchkin. Uh-oh.